Wake up, man. 8 years ago, I decided to change my life completely. Maybe you know this feeling, this quiet fear when you see that your life is moving faster than you do. My goal was to become financially free, to create relationship I've been dreaming about, to finally become someone I was meant to be, to escape that deep anxiety and catch up with life. I felt like life was slipping away, slipping through my finger. All in time, no more holding back. And I went all in. I tried everything. I sold my apartment, threw all money into crypto, moved through 8 countries in 7 years, worked as a teacher, a builder, a coach, an actor, and became a bartender again. I like making drinks. Meanwhile, I chased every course, every training, every life coaching program I could afford, hoping it would finally get me there. I don't even know what it was, fear or an obsession with success. And along that road, I burned bridges with family and friends. I lost most valuable emotional connections. At some point, I even got lucky. I made money, the whole crypto bull run thing, you know. But in the end, I lost it all. The time, the money, the relationships, the motivation, the hope, and whatever sense of who I was supposed to be. Now I live in a small empty room. I sleep on a thin mattress. I have been drifting through countries like a ghost. I was working non-stop for 8 years and lost all my savings. I got burned out. I can't dream. I don't see my future. And when I look at the mirror, only one thing I can say is, you are so fucked. This is definitely wasn't part of the plan. It wasn't how I was picturing my future. How the hell I messed up things so badly. All I want is online business, financial independence. Teach people how to live better life, open up their potential, build, believe in better future. And this is what I get. This is what I end up with. Oh wow, such a great coach. A life coach who's emotionally, financially and physically fucked by life. Sees no future and cries into his pillow over his miserable, hopeless existence. So this is your result. This is what you are capable of. Life fucking coach. There is only one thing left for me to do. Go to one coach who understands me better than anyone, who still gives a damn about my life. A total no mercy coaching session with my biggest opponent, myself. I have to look my weakness straight into the eyes, face my truth, stare into my darkness without blinking, accept my life as it is, swallow the bitter red pill. When illusion dies, you finally feel the ground under your feet. You get grounded. And that's where the inner shift begins. Sometimes words can hit harder than fists. Looking back, I realized I need to shake myself, awaken from this fog of emptiness and disappointment. And the only way is to beat myself up with words, with images, with the meanings. To understand, to reach the truth, to fix this battle error that turned my life into a synthetic version of living. Sometimes that looks fine, but reeks of despair from a mile away. So I guess you're ready to start the coaching session. Yes, I'm ready. I already know your situation, so you don't have to repeat your story. As you said, you lost time, money, relationship, motivation, and hope. Welcome to my world. Let's begin with time and money. Close your eyes and look at yourself 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago. When I look at my younger self, he always running, lost in the rush, in the office, in traffic, in endless meetings, trying to prove something, fighting with bosses, with system, with depression. Ask, what are you doing? I guess I'm in rush, chasing money. In rush, chasing money. And you end up losing time and money. Interesting dynamic, don't you think? So I shouldn't rush and chase money. That's how the world works, right? You learn, you keep trying, and sooner or later the world lets you in. Or maybe I missed something. I don't think this is so simple. Let's go deeper and see what is behind your obsession. Relationship. Why did everything fall apart here? People keep disappointing me and I end up disappointing myself. Okay, let's start with you. How do you stop disappointing yourself? Maybe I can just take it easy. Be easier on yourself, on people. Let go of that excessive tension, the kind of that doesn't hold you up, doesn't really help you, only drains and breaks you sooner or later. To talk about motivation, let's get back to relationships. So what was your motivation for building relationship? I don't want to end up alone. And why were you chasing money? Why? You were always rushing, afraid of missing out. So you were always afraid to miss out, afraid to be left behind, afraid to be alone. So it means that your motivation was fear. Maybe it's good that you lost it. When something important comes to mind, I write it down and put it on my wall. On my wall it says, pressure kills creativity. And there are two ways to make decisions: avoiding negative outcomes or moving towards what lights you up. The first way is fine, it's logical, it's rational, but if you live only that way, burnout is inevitable. Sometimes it's a small detail you barely notice, but that causes your entire structure to collapse. And what's left? Hope. Let's define. What exactly are you hoping for? I hope in my life fear will be replaced by love and meaning. But how do I find them? The truth is, I always felt like a loser. My every achievement felt like a luck or an exception. So losing everything now feels like logical end of the story. For that, I have one practice for you. Look around. Look around your room. How much black do you see? A lot. Just like the arguments that say you're a failure. Now look how much white is here. Also a lot. Just like arguments that you are not a failure. The world is open. New opportunities everywhere. So let's not make a drama and call it digital minimalism. There are also other colors. Red, blue, yellow. You can choose. They are your opportunities. You can draw your life with different colors, and if you look very closely, you can see even orange. It's a rare opportunity, but they exist. You just have to focus. On being a failure or on opportunities? Your story isn't finished. I have one last question for you. I don't think you are as hopeless as you say. And you're not exactly always positive, successful, knowing everything, coach as I am. But here's the strange thing. You and I are the same person. So who you are exactly? You are so I think I'm just a guy who likes making dreams. Since I found myself, or at least taken a step in that direction, I think it's time to celebrate it. And for that, we need the right drink. How about Negroni, a classic, a bittersweet harmony? Yeah, that feels like the right choice. Gin, the vermouth, Campari. In my culture, before we drink, we say a toast, a wish. So let's start with a good one. To finding love and meaning and beauty too. Beauty helps to focus, you know. I remembered one of my favorite movies, American Beauty, where beauty is in a plastic bag dancing with the wind. So maybe beauty can be found anywhere, even in the backyard. Well, probably not mine. Sometimes to find beauty you have to look around. Climb a staircase, push through bushes, jump over rocks, and then you find something beautiful. Beauty is worth it. And I think love and meaning are in the same direction. Subscribe. Let's search together. Midnight vibes. Mixed feelings.